Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, and I got caught by the time change, of course. So I'm a little off my game this morning. If my rant is not up to full specifications, that's why. Anyway, driving my old truck today because I got to pick up some stuff at Lowe's. So that prompted me to think about one of the main reasons arguing against buying any new car, and that is the tax in perpetuity that we get to pay here in Virginia for the privilege of being allowed to use vehicles for however long we're allowed to use them. Now, I use that terminology for a very important reason. We're not the owners of our vehicles any more than any of you listening to this are the owners of your homes, even if you've paid for them, because you're constantly having to pay a fee to the government in order to be allowed to occupy your house. It's called the property tax. And we have the same thing in Virginia. A number of other states have it as well, applied to vehicles. Each year I get a piece of paper from the government telling me how much I quote-unquote owe for the privilege of being able to continue to maintain possession of the vehicle that I paid for 10 years ago. And I've actually probably paid more in taxes on this truck than its current worth, or close to it. It's a lot of money. And interestingly, my tax is relatively low because my truck is pretty old. My truck is almost 20 years old now. So the tax, which is based on the retail value, is only about $75 a year now. But add that up. Times that by every year you have to pay over the life of the vehicle, and it becomes a considerable amount of money. My truck is probably worth somewhere between $3,500 and maybe $4,000 on the high end, maybe. So proportionately, I've paid and will continue to pay a huge sum of money for the privilege of being allowed to operate and possess my vehicle. And that does not include, of course, the additional taxes, the annual registration fee I have to pay, the state inspection fee, all these fees that come along with the temporary possession of a vehicle. Now, if you buy a new car, you're really in trouble. Let's say you buy a car that's worth $30,000. You're going to get hammered. You're going to be paying several $100s a year, maybe even more, for as many years as it takes for that vehicle to depreciate. It will amount to thousands of dollars over the lifetime of your vehicle. And for me, that's one of the single biggest inducements to not buy a new car, even though my job is to drive and write about new cars. It's such a rape financially that I can't abide it. At least if you buy an older used vehicle, you pay less on the tax that applies to the purchase. You pay less on the endless tax to own the thing. Those taxes, in my opinion, are probably the most tyrannical of all taxes. The income tax, some people think, is the worst tax. I disagree, because if you stop earning income, if you get to a point in life where you've paid your house off, you have a few debts, don't have any debts, you can really largely avoid the income tax if you don't earn income. But the filthy, god-awful cretins will continue to tax whatever you already bought with the money that was already taxed at multiple levels endlessly, forcing you to continue to produce income to pay those taxes. And it's a way for them just to keep you in the hamster wheel, spinning it to pay them. And it's also just an affront, because it really does mean that we don't own anything except for the clothes on our backs and whatever little trinkets we happen to have. Anything that's of any substantial value, things like property, your home, your land, your vehicle, all of those things, you're only allowed to keep them for as long as you continue to pay the government for the privilege of being allowed to temporarily possess them. So that's my rant for this foggy Sunday morning, the first day of daylight savings time, I guess. More up at epautos.com. Should have that review of the 2020 Mercedes GLE up within a day or so, and should be some other stuff as well. So thanks for listening and viewing, and please post your comments on the site. If you have any questions, you can click the button that says Ask Eric, and I will do my best to get to them as soon as I can. Thanks again, and look forward to talking next time.